Good morning, happy people of Wellspring City. I know some crazy rumors have been flying about what happened yesterday afternoon, but I'm happy to report it was a simple mechanical failure. A truck transporting some secure documents out of Wellspring City for disposal had an unfortunate brake malfunction and crashed into a restaurant. Overall, I'm happy to say that no one was hurt in this unfortunate accident. Now, be sure to have a happy Wellspring City day!
Oh, what a lovely news story. That was totally not completely made up, seeing as, yeah, that was totally a truck that just fell over and not a giant slime monster that we punched. So,
Yeah.
Everything is A-okay, folks.
hi. Yeah, it's just me, Verl. I'm still playing Sean, who is definitely totally fine with everything that's been happening. 100%. Well, I'm sure your little heart-to-heart is great and all, but there's still like a giant bird with a dog's head that tried to grab me, and I am like, how about you deal with that first? So, basically, Tailwind is asking you for help across the bridge to Ensville, which is dangerous and probably full of traps, and you don't know much about the city, and they're probably going to make a whole lot of fun of you. Yes. Well, I think I'll probably get a really good laugh about this, so do you want me to tag along with you? We should probably be concerned, but I probably lost my brainstem like 2 hours ago, so I don't have time for that.
Can I be upfront with you, Sean?
Totally.
I get a very hard time getting a read on you. You seem to keep your cards pretty close to the old chest. Can I ask you what your deal is?
You can ask what the deal is.
Sure. What's your deal, Sean?
It's a good question, but I don't actually have an answer for you.
I think we're gonna get along. Hi, I'm Arthur. I play a good, wholesome farm them. Their name is Nicola and Change. You are not allowed to know what the N stands for. Nicola just sort of tilts her head and goes, well, bless your heart. You're just a goddamn nuisance, aren't you? This tall southern child does not appear to be impressed by you. Nicola is gonna just sort of like, well, fuck you too, sir, madam, or, next. It's, my mom has told me that anything was possible. They look like something terrifying. They're just, wait. I think that they just, like, crouch on the asphalt and, like, try to get their breathing under control because they want help, but they can't ask for help. Why are we so mean to each other?
Because that's how we express our love. Or something.
I'm being genuine.
Hello, I'm Tala, and I am here today playing Brittany Megan Bronson. You hear in your mind, school is almost over. We have 20 more minutes. If you act like you know me, I'm going to say that you're crazy. Got it? There's nothing quite as perfect as Wellspring City. And you can definitely tell that was a script she's probably had to say quite a few times before. So she stares at her arm, which is very much just a black void goopy tentacle. Looks down at herself, very much in the same condition. Takes a very deep breath before turning around, marching over to Nicola and Tailwind, grabbing onto Nicola, and then marching them as fast as she can over to the A12.
I can talk to animals, didn't I mention?
Yeah, he does this.
You've been trying this for years.
I mean, for all you know, I've always been able to do this.
No, you haven't.
God damn
I
it,
remember when you were 7, you were crying about not being able to talk to the Robins outside of school.
I regret having childhood friends.
Howdy, and a wonderful Wellsprings morning to you all. I'm Lord Lair, I'm going to be playing Cat.
Cat will crash down out of the ceiling, partially tied up in wires, and just like, I heard someone talking about anime. Cat's just swinging wildly, he's just slimes like zoop, 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 zoop. Not a single hit.
You keep announcing your attacks.
Blade of Justice! Small gutter! And the slime's just like moves slightly out of the way, sort of like, but I studied the blade! I can't fail at this as well as my algebra tests! Hey, wait, I'm supposed to be the one who's, not that good at planning and sprints afterwards.
Cat, the word is suicidal.
I prefer impulsive! Cat will take out one of his arrows and light it on fire.
That's why you carry around that lighter. I thought you smoked.
You thought this
I mean,
was
I do that as well, and he just dissolves a hand into smoke.
I walked right into that one, and I should have seen that coming. Hello, I am Tall Snow, and I will be playing Tailwind. Tailwind comes out of a side door with a mouthful of Hot Pocket and stands right next to a "Have you seen this cat?" poster that looks exactly like them.
Cat's like, so, do you want us to drag that one out of sight so you can come back and pillage it later? The robot you killed.
The camera turns, and Tailwind's already in the guts. You swear they're part raccoon somewhere in their blood. So it's choking sound. Hey, you want to hear something funny? I don't know what's funnier. Your edgelord attitude, or that one's browser history. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter as the tune
You know, as the treasurer, you might be able to help me with an idea that I had a while back. I'm sure you get so many of these. Excuse me, but
Actually, most people forget that a treasurer exists. Though I next direct eye contact with Tailwind. Not everyone. Hi, I'm KT. I'm a guest, and I'm playing Lena Noticia and Nightlight, and who knows who else. Ooh, spooky. She very happily, with like both hands, passes it over, smiling. There's like literally cartoon stars around her shining, and she just says, "Here."
you know, actually, you're such an observant person. I hate to ask you that.
Well,
I think
not
you're
necessarily observant so much as I always find myself in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and then people don't see me.
Fair enough. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Like, I was standing here for like a minute before you noticed.
Oh no, that's so rude of us. We're sorry.
No, I have a tendency of blending into the background. It's alright.
It's like I'm a background character.
Yeah, my genre is more background. Well, I believe that it's good to have multiple viewpoints. I wish our you see kind of her smile big, and she's like, but Wellspring City is just such a nice place.
Yeah, you know, I kind of wish too.
The cat you see from a small structure, some figure kind of dash out and slide down the side of the building doing recognizable anime flips.
Cat just internally is just like, yeah, respect.
They're in a dark cloak. You can't see their face, and they're taller than Lena, and they stand at the entrance of the alley.
Well, what would you like us to call you?
In a similar voice that is lower, because you can only do limited voices. You can call me Nightlight.
We're fans of your work. Yours is the closest thing I have seen to unbiased news in this city. Why do you do the things that you do?
Well, I did it because I'm angry. What Bronson does isn't right. It's not just, it's not fair. He ignores the entire existence of Willville and Innsville.
Yes, and why do you care so much about
Because it's not right.
Willville?
Sometimes you don't need a reason to have morals.
You do see a figure hopping down off the roof who sort of lands on the fire escape of that building, hitting the metal and sending it rattling. And while he's looking over, he yells down, "Are you the fucking idiots that needed help because you were getting your asses kicked?"
Oh,
I don't see you helping.
What I'm fucking here for.
God.
Do you all talk this much in the middle of a fucking fight?
A little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Punch.
Well, if you've noticed, we haven't died yet.
Talking's a free action.
Rat Boy, like, gives him a look, and he's like, yeah, alright. You can call me Roadkill. Yeah, so you guys make your way over to the 812 and head inside, and Perspicuity's there behind the counter, and he's like, good afternoon, my young friends. What can I help you with today?
Well,
How well would you track someone down?
I'm afraid my years of wilderness tracking are well behind me, and my skills are a bit rusty.
of course he does.
Well,
It's
good.
crunchy.
Good to know.
Granola
I'm more
down.
talking about urban tracking. As I like swiftly go behind the counter and pull up the website.
I hope I'm not being too forward, sir, but I understand that your store is pretty unique, given the state of this town. So you seem like you got a lot going on. I don't want to pry too much, but how do you keep, your independency, given the fact that everything around you wants you to conform?
Well, my own resolve and force of will is a rather important part of that equation, but what has kept my store independent for all these years is the support I receive from others. It might seem counterintuitive, but in order to remain independent in the face of overwhelming pressure to conform, having others that you can rely on when your own will falters is rather important.
Mm. Yeah, I can see why support could be useful for a small business. Thank you for indulging my curiosity, sir.
Come on, it's never like you've had a dummy before. I'm a still target.
Cat's just like, in my defense, I'm not used to them talking.
Well, get used to it because your enemies will.
Excuse me, Dr. Moreau? No, wait, I'm sorry, we didn't even get your name. How rude of us.
You can refer to me as Ill Will.
Mm-hmm.
Ill.
Would that be first name, last name?
All
middle
one name. Well, there's so much undiscovered ground to tread. So many experiments that I could carry out. It is unfortunate, however, that so much of Willville has been contaminated, and that I have to go all the way across the river to get fresh test subjects for my work. I'm guessing that the next direction for my experiments is going to be how these creatures affected by the Catalyst V compound do in an environment that isn't so compromised. Brittany, I asked you to keep an eye out for any sorts of abnormalities like this. And yet, another mysterious event has happened today. Even though you were here in the building, you say you saw nothing.
Yeah, there's not a lot of activity up there, and again, we can't see much of the ground level from up there either.
No, I admit it's not as good a vantage point as it would be desired. But still, how is it that no one saw anything? There's no way that this happened without anyone seeing anything happen. And if someone sees it, I need to know about it. Some things that are rather unexplainable are happening to Wellspring City. Some things that are rather undesirable. We need to put a stop to it by whatever means necessary. Do you understand?
Of course, sir.
In the dim lighting, most of you can't see anything here that looks like a person, like not even a really weird person. It looks like an empty subway tunnel. But Tailwind, as you're looking closer, you can see that there's a section of, shadow along the wall that looks a bit deeper than the rest of the shadows. There's a shifting dark patch that seems out of place, and as you continue to watch it, it does seem like a figure of a person.
Those things were mutants. There is no place for mutants in this city. If you do not wish to be exterminated yourselves, you should go back to Ennsville where you belong.
I can't make your decisions for you. Like, it's either we're a group of maladapted teenagers trying to figure this shit out, or we're a team that's gonna make it better.
So, anything interesting happened recently?
Well, yes, but you were there for most of it, I have to say.